Well, hello, all you wild, weird, wonderful, wacky people live out there in YouTube land. How the hell are you? I hope your day is going really well. I know the weather here today is lovely. Yeah, it's really nice. So it's a big change from the crap we had yesterday. Anyway, I'll give it a few minutes for people to come in. I'm not going to be long today because I'll be ringing the hospital in a little while and checking in on my buddy. Um, I'll try him, but I don't think he'll be up for a chat today. So, yeah, just a quick hello. Um, I'll wait and see for a few people to come in. Well, actually, do you know what? I'd say most people are at the beach if they have if they're not working, or in the park or somewhere. It's so lovely out there today. I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with myself today. It's one of those days. It's kind of hard to concentrate. Hey, YouTube lady, how you doing? I was just waiting for a few people to arrive. I don't really have that much to say. I've just my friend has gone into the hospital today. He's having his PICC line. Is it the PICC line or the HIC line? I know one is in the arm, one's in the chest. He's getting the one in the chest. I think it's the PICC line. And yeah, so he's going from one hospital to another, and yeah, it's just all sorts of things happening from here on in. Yeah, it's kind of scary. But you know what? He'll be great. You just have to keep thinking of the positives, don't you? So how are you, YouTube lady? You all well? I think there might be a lag on this today. So nothing strange for anybody. I'll drop the link. I did want to apologize for thanks, YouTube lady, for being so angry and my angry outbursts the other day. I think it was Thursday or Friday, I can't remember. Yeah, I'm going to apologize for that. I was angry, and you knew what you were doing. You knew it was going to hurt. You done that post purposely to hurt me. Hey, Roberta, and you won. You hurt me. There you go, Lady Stardust. How you doing, darling? So yeah, you hurt me. So does that make you feel better? That was low, but I went lower. So there you go. Um, Yeah, I am going to apologize for being so angry online. I don't like generally being like that, and I don't like feeling like that. Um, yeah, it's just hey, kiss, darling. Yeah, I'm talking about the other day when I had a bit of a rant. I do feel bad for it. I feel bad for being so angry, and swearing the way I did and whatever, like, but you know, that's it. She hurt me, and she done that post to hurt me. She done that with intent to hurt me, you know. And I said, yeah, congratulations, you did. You hurt me. But you went low. That was really low, so I went lower. Is it right? I don't know. Don't care really at this stage now. Don't care. Um, you won't ever elicit that response from me again. I'll just have you know that you won't ever elicit that response from me again. I didn't let anybody else down except myself. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful here today. Ugh. I'm trying to keep my head occupied and busy. She can't end up, ignore the skunk. And I agree with everything you said. So there you go. Oh, yeah, I know it wasn't even that. It was just me coming in so angry. It was done in a way. It was like, oh, what you talking about? The usual. Like, so I'm not having it. I am not having it. yeah, she's just a nasty, nasty, nasty piece of work. So yeah, you can all go and feck off or fuck off or whatever. I'm trying so hard not to swear on here, but it's a bit of an impossible task. So yeah, so most of you guys would know that my pal is going into the hospital today. And if you can find a spare minute at all anywhere in your day, just send some good vibes. That would be brilliant. I'd really appreciate that. That'd be really cool. Lady Stardust, I agree with everything you said. Wick, some people drive you to. Yeah, I know. And look, it was, that's just me. I was stewing on it all night, and, I was still angry the next day. And I just, yeah, I kind of, once I started talking about it, I just exploded. So, yeah. That guy's been my best friend for like nearly 30 years now. You know, um, mm, he's a really good man. Sheila, hey darling. You only pointed out the truth. Of course, you're angry. Only a vile bitch would take the piss out of somebody having a life-saving bomb on a transplant. Yeah, I know. But like, I'm annoyed with myself for reacting the way that I did. So I'm apologizing for that. Hey, Frida, darling, how you doing? As I said, she went low and I went lower. So but she won't get that response from me again. She won't ever get that kind of reaction from me again. So I hope you enjoyed it, because it's the one and only you're getting. So now, with that, I was just asking folks, if you're listening or coming in or whichever, if you have a minute or so at all today, if you wouldn't mind sending some positive vibes or prayer or whatever it is that you do, out to my pal, because I know he could do all of them today and the next coming days and all of it. But I'd really appreciate it. That's really kind of you folks. Thank you, Lady Stardust. Hey Sharon, how you doing? You're catching up, are you? Don't worry about it. It's I'm not imparting any great wisdom. When do I ever, huh? But yeah, so listen, I'll drop the link if anybody wants to come up too. My brain is kind of scattered today, so I don't think I'll be very much use to anybody on here today. Fucking cow, and that shite she was cooking the screenshot, so it looked like the scrapings off her emotions. Jesus Christ. Thanks, Frida, love. She's just an Ava cow bruiser. Oh yeah, I know. Positive vibes and best wishes for. Thanks, Sheila. Thank you, darling. I'll pass that on to him. Or he might even be listening. Depends where he is in the hospital. Sometimes he can't, and he'll listen to it later. And sometimes he's able to. It depends what equipment he's around. Dude. Like I said, it looked like something a dog would throw up. Oh God! Oh God! Yes, actually, yeah. My dog got a cough from a neighbour who moved in. Well, this over 10 years ago. My poor old George, he's since gone, but the neighbor moved in and they had a dog and they used to play all the time, and my dog and her dog, and her dog had a cough that ended up giving it to mine. It's the usual scenario. And what he coughed up used to be like a yellowy, biley kind of, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Yuck, and more yuck. So yeah, that was the latest on the most ridiculous saga that goes on this fucking channel and this fucking platform. It's just absolutely ridiculous, But like I said, she needs to stop her bullshit and her lies. I'll take down any hurtful post that she deems hurtful about her when she starts taking down her lies and her bullshit about Salty and everything else. So, see how that works. I just don't no matter how often she tries to reinvent herself, she just reinvents herself as a grey of useless. Oh, wow. Yeah. I know. I don't even know what I said. I made it private. It's like, it doesn't need to be there. It's not something that I'm proud of, getting that angry. So yeah, anyway, it is what it is. You're spot on though. Well, you know what? I mean, fuck it. I don't walk in her shoes. I don't know, and I don't care for them, or I wouldn't want to walk in her shoes. But yeah, I did look at. I was just angry. I was angry, and I reacted, and that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm sorry about the way I reacted, being so angry and swearing so much. But that's it. That's all I'm apologising for. Um, I don't care who's vexed or pleased about it. No matter how many times she reinvents herself, she just reinvents herself as a different. No, I could read it. I understood that. Lord, yeah. I think I called her "See you next Tuesday." I said, but I wouldn't call you that because you lack the depth and warmth of one. Lord. We do get creative. So other than that, how is everybody? We're on for your quiz on Wednesday, aren't we, Kiss? I hope so, because I'm looking forward to it. She's now become a cooking channel. I wonder. Oh God, Jesus Christ! Yay! Quit. Okay, perfect. So, what time is it again? Kiss, just stick into the chat there, and your link. So if any of you don't know about the quiz night that Kiss has on her channel, you just have to go. They're hilarious. They're great crack. I miss them terribly. No, drop your channel, Kiss. You know, and the link to your channel and the link to the quiz. Kiss, I told Satch Cooper that her long distance relationship with a man half her age and different religion wouldn't work. It didn't go down too well. Oh, okay. Yeah, bless her. Look, you know what? They're all in a little land of Delulu. You know, just leave them there. You know, just normal people. We just keep walking. We don't look to the Delulus of this world. Stop fretting about it, Wiccan. At least you didn't do a reenactment of the bike accident. Oh my, what? No. Oh my God. They did not do a reenactment of that. Oh, fucking hell. Oh my God. Why? Why in the name of God would anybody do that? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I mean, why would. Speaking as myself, my opinion, I would not want to see a reenactment of an accident where my child lost its life. No, absolutely no. I know they probably have to do them, you know, to distinguish how somebody died or how it happened or came about, whatever. I understand that, but I don't have to watch it. You know, you wouldn't have to watch that. Oh my God. Well, he certainly did pretend to fall off. Oh yeah. Yeah, the falling off the bike bit, that wasn't him, and yeah, because he doesn't have a bike, or or a house, or anything else. He certainly did fall off a bike. Oh, great. Kiss, is that the link to your channel or the link to your quiz? Or you can stick in both. Cooking bread and cheese in an air fryer, some sophisticated. Oh my God. You know what? If it works, it works. Some people are just lazy. Do you know what I mean? And they'll do the quick way and the easy way out of everything, But some people don't like cleaning either, like cleaning their ovens and stuff. Link to the quiz. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so listen, if you are around on Wednesday evening, you have to go. You absolutely have to go because they're fucking hilarious. I will warn you all before we start. I'm not very competitive. I tend to have the same answer. I open my mouth. My guts fall out, lady. So yeah, I know. I'm terrible. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be on here terribly long today because I'm due to give my pal a ring in a few minutes to see how he's getting on, and a few other things to be doing with myself today. So I just thought I'd come on and say hello to everybody. Sharon! Since nobody wants to come up and have a chin wag, I might just head out. Uh, yeah, I mean, again, I'm apologizing for my anger outburst and for the swearing. Um, but again, they won't ever elicit that reaction from me again. Not happening. So you can go on with your cruel, callous, nasty, horrible pokes. You can do it all. I don't care. I don't care. But I'll keep clowning you. I'm going to keep clowning you. I absolutely am. I'm going to, like, seriously clown you. So I hope you enjoy it, because I know I'll enjoy doing it. And I know most people will enjoy watching it. So, what can you do? Oh, Sharon, are you coming on Wednesday? Oh, brilliant. Yeah, you have to, because it's so funny. YouTube lady, Roberta must be new, the air fryer for her to advertise, but anything she cooks is homemade and sloppy seconds. Oh, God. Master Chef. Hello, chicken. Hello.
Hello.
Hiya, chicken.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm okay. Betwixt and between. I'm looking at my phone, keep checking WhatsApp, and just a little bit on edge, but okay, all right.
Well, you know what? The more you're on edge, the worse you'll feel, and he will pick up on it because you're such close friends. So you need to chill the F out.
I know.
Nothing you can do. I always say this to people when they worry. You're worrying for, I know you can't help it,
Yeah.
but worrying is not going to change any outcome.
No, I know.
Resolution, is it? So we're all sending Gav the very best.
I know
All
you are.
count as sending Gav the very best.
You're as good. Thank you, love. And listen, I was just like, I'm just annoyed with myself that I got so angry the other day.
Don't be.
You know?
I've done it.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I mean, and they all took great joy in clipping it, and we had that stupid, horrible, scruffy, bleary-eyed, baggy-eyed bastard that likes fucking pictures of AD's face coming in the chat going, "Who do you think you're the new Bam?" No, I called them out for they were going to have a whole live when Bam died. Do you remember? And I called them out because that fucking Kelly, not Kelly the advocate, by the way. We like Kelly
the other one.
The other one that likes a drink and a fucking bullshit.
Mm.
And I lost it. And you remember, I fucking lost the plot.
Yeah, I know.
Because of the hypocrisy of them. So you were entitled. If that's what she did, then you had every right to call her out for what she did. And you are not going to get any disagreement from me for anything that you said. Roberta called it exactly the same I think she was in Salty's live. Roberta said exactly the same in the chat that you said on your live.
Yeah, I know, but I'm more angry at me. I genuinely don't like talking about anybody's kids on here. I don't. It's not something that I do, and it's not something that I allow people to do. But she made that child YouTube news and YouTube talk. You know what I mean? She was the one who brought him into YouTube, like how he died and all that kind of thing. I never even knew that had happened.
I didn't know and didn't care. It's nothing to do with me. I really don't care. But when you are putting every aspect of your life out, because you're using it for whatever reason, be that you want to garner sympathy, be that, it's whatever her reasons are, I don't care. She's like shit on my shoe. I really have got no interest in that heifer whatsoever. I know her from, just as you do. You saw her post something and you knew what she was intending. As much as she likes to play the innocent and the victim, whatever. So, balls to her. You were angry. You're apologising to your subscribers for being angry.
Yeah.
But let me just say, she's not apologising for what she said. So if you don't like it, fuck off.
Yeah.
Because I'll stand by it. I agree with you.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, that child would have never been brought up, and nobody's child would have been ever brought up unless the parent has somehow invited the discussion about it online. And she invited the discussion about it because she blamed one of us on sending a horrible email to her about her son's accident, and then consequently Now, at this stage of the game,
which I still don't believe happened. Sorry,
yeah,
not sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't believe it happened either. But like at the time, none of us were aware of what happened, or even that this child had existed, you know. And she's brought this up a few times, so it's now obviously it's on the YouTube platform. We can talk about it. Is that not the way it works? Because I wasn't the one who brought up this child out of nowhere, you know. She was the one who brought him up on YouTube first, and so if that's the case, it must be okay to speak about it.
Absolutely. If you don't, I do not, as you know, I don't discuss my personal life. You get little snippets. That's it. I know the fat cunt decided, and I'm not sorry, Frieda. I know you're in the chat, but I am going to say the fat cunt made that comment about, you know, trying to, oh yeah, when she finished with her boyfriend and she moved straight in with another. I'm not casting any, you know, any shade or aspersion, whatever it was she said, but there was a crossover. Like, do you know what I mean? Does she apologise for the shit? No, she does it because she's a shit-stirring, lying skank.
Yeah.
And she's mortified because she's a hooer, because of what she's done in her life and the fact that it's all over the place now and everybody knows. So, no, I don't feel the slightest bit sorry for her, because everything she's done has brought it on herself. And she's a nasty bastard. That's what she did about your mate, knowing how fucking upset you were and making the comment about the teeth. And oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, because I had been saying that he had to go to the
you did.
You know, I had been saying, basically just explaining the process if anybody's out there who may be going through or might be going through. Oh, thank you so much, Frieda. That's very good. Oh, but you know, for anybody out there who might be going through or has a loved one going through it, or you know, who aren't sure of the process and why it has to be done. So that's why I was kind of talking about it, you know, why it's important to go and get the teeth done, because a lot of people will just do it because the doctor says, but they won't understand the reason and why behind it. And a lot of people might not even ask, why do I have to go and get this done? Or even at the orthodontist or the periodontist, sorry. They mightn't even ask that, you know, the way people are sometimes when they've enough on their brain, they operate like robots, you know. They just go do it and then come back with the results, and it's just another step towards, you know, the treatment. But yeah, so I was hoping that if anybody out there who may be heading towards a bone marrow transplant or any kind of transplant like that, this is normal. This is something that they do for everybody. So, you know, don't be worrying about it. Or if they think, oh, you don't look after your teeth, or, you know, you have gum disease or anything like that, that's not what it's for. So,
no, it's a massive thing. You know, you hear it, and you know, when people have had a bone marrow transplant, they're highly susceptible to infection. You know, you're virtually in a bubble, you know, following the surgery, and it's one of the most painful operations as well, not only for him but for the donor.
Yeah.
You know, and this has been done to save somebody's life, and you've got that scrote thinking it's funny getting a little digs and so they can all laugh about it. No, fuck her. Fuck her. Don't ever apologise to that, because the day she apologises for calling Salty a liar, for saying that she took Sheila's pictures off a closed Facebook just in case, for lying about me on numerous occasions, for joining in attacking your dad with that gummy fucker in Glasgow, then maybe apologise, maybe. But until then, fuck her. She doesn't like it, she can turn her computer off.
Yeah. And the thing that I mean, really, that I think it was a combination of both, because the post that she put out before all of this was that I wanted her dead. And people are pushing her trying to push her to hurt herself or something, or tapping herself. That's what she was saying. And she posted that video, the screenshot of that video, you know, that silly song about that meme that we were all laughing at.
I know. I know. And do you know what? I really feel like telling everybody who it's about. But I'll just say now, it's a picture of a dog dragging its, you know, when a dog has got worms, obviously you know, but for those who don't know, it's a picture of a dog scratching its arse on the floor, right? That's all you're going to know, because it made us all laugh because it was a private joke, and that because it was in a graveyard. And that's why Wiki sent that and posted it.
Yeah.
You know, oh,
I
you
just
oh,
thought,
but yeah, because you're sending stupid. But that's as much as you're all gonna know, because it's got nothing to do with you. You make it all about you. Nobody. You've got to actually care about whether somebody lives or dies to wish death on him.
yeah, I
Nobody
know.
cares. Nobody over here cares.
No, no, I care that you think, or I care that you're spreading lies about me wanting anything to do with you, never mind wanting you dead. You know, I just think that's
Well, I was going to say it's not just lies, is it, that she spreads? There we go. Oh, did I say that? Oops.
Oh Lord. Yep, weird freak. Normal minded people never want to imagine their past relatives as anything other than perfect angels. Yeah, I agree, Sheila. I absolutely agree.
Yeah. So if people want to, I really couldn't care less. I have not got one iota of a fuck, do I give, about the opinion of people like that who like to reinvent and rewrite history.
Oh
And
yeah.
because they do it in a very supercilious manner, they kind of, if you don't know them any better, the posts actually do come across as plausible, and it's like, oh yes,
Oh yeah.
with that lot over there. Oh, they do nothing but lie. Oh, they do
Oh,
nothing but twist the truth. Oh, but it's what they do. And
yeah.
all of this with we don't comment. She did, of course she did. We leave them alone. Is that what she did when she said, "I'm going to write"? Who was it who posted it? She was saying
Oh,
she
but
was
a
writing
book
a book,
or
and
something.
you know exactly who it was about. She thinks she's being clever. She's not. She's not clever. She's not intelligent. She's boring as fuck. And I just wish she'd fuck right off, all the way off, and stay fucked off,
I know.
and
I know.
stop
Well,
getting my
my
friends.
exactly. My sentiments exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just. I mean, it's like, first of all, she backed Salty. Well, not, she didn't back her. Salty, being the principled person that she is, decided she wasn't going to be, said that she was a liar, especially about DV, and she posted her picture. Now, I said to her on that live, please don't post anymore. Please don't. Don't give them any more, because I didn't want her to have to do that, you know. And then she posts, her black eye that seemed to be marvelously perfect when she was taking the picture for that post with, the funny song on it. There's no black eye there. There's no bloodshot eye there. Um, you know, but it's like, if one of us do something, she has to do it. You know what I mean?
It's you guys saw. I'm pretty sure I shared it privately when I got wax off horse and black my face. And
Oh,
I cannot even tell you how many black eyes I've had through horses, either throwing the heads back when I've been show jumping,
oh,
and and I've had a
yeah,
horse, when a horse's poll, that's the bit at the top of its head between its ears, when its poll hits you in the nose because it's either reared up or it's thrown its head back,
yeah,
and it happens, or you've misjudged and you've gone forward and cracked your face. I have had my nose broken.
yeah,
Luckily, it's as straight as a die and it's never healed. False, but I have had black eyes. None of them have looked like that.
yeah. I know. Well,
None of
it's
them that
funny,
time.
I got a belt of that part of the horse's head on my nose. Now, it
Oh,
didn't break my nose, but I had two massive black
yeah,
eyes.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Sharon, that's the other one. Got a black eye in a mosh pit. I got a black eye moshing, an elbow. Some guy was just going absolutely spacco, and this arm came out. Oh my God, and it got me on the side. I thought I'd fractured my eye socket.
Oh no.
It was on the outside of my eye, as though someone had given me a driver, and
Oh,
all the white of my eye went red. It leaked blood. There was like a bursted
oh.
blood. So I had a demon eye. Not only was it black, I had a demon eye.
Whereas I looked like Alice Cooper.
Oh my God. But do
Hey,
you know what?
Salty, how's it going? Sorry, Salty.
Yeah, Lady Stardust just said, I don't know why why she posts so many selfies,
I
because it's for attention. It's attention so she can have people who are as bong-eyed as she is going, oh, you look so lovely. You look so gorgeous. That's all it is. That's
Oh my
all
God.
it is.
Well, would her fiance not be saying that to her? No.
Well, I mean, there's this phrase called lying through your teeth, isn't there? Oh, you haven't got any. But I don't know, maybe he's got sick and tired of telling the his version or what she wants to hear as the truth.
I
She's
know.
just a horrible human being. And I fucking can't stand it. I think she's a lying sack of shit. And if
someone was saying that she was displaying the ring, the engagement ring, in one of her posts, and I was saying, yeah, it looks like something from a fucking Lucky Bag.
Do you know what? You'd rather wear my dog's ring on your finger than that.
I would be honoured to wear your dog's ring. Super Cooper.
No. Oh, listen, I've got to tell you what I did yesterday. So we went for a walk. By walk, you know what I mean. It's we go for these hikes, and he goes, "Oh, it's just a bimble."
Yeah.
A fucking bimble. Anyway, so where we were, there were loads of mountain bikers using the tracks, but they weren't just mountain bikers, they were flying down them because there were loads of bumps and berms and all the rest of it. So I'm getting aggro with these back. Fucking bad, fucking dogs loose, fucking. They are allowed to use it, but there are signs everywhere saying, you know, you've got to have courtesy because it's mutual use pathways around this mountain. So it's for horse riders, runners, walkers, and cyclists. And I was that busy effing and jeffing at this fella who'd come past twice, nearly wiped me dog out, nearly hit Stevie. Stevie was on the verge of knocking shit out of him.
Oh, wow.
And I went to throw a stick at him. Well, it served me right. I kegged over on my ankle.
Oh.
At the minute, it looks like an elephant ankle. It looks like a hippo ankle, but probably not that big. And he had to basically half carry me off the flipping mountain. I couldn't walk. I proper twisted it. Anyway, when I got back at the bottom, probably after about half an hour, I'm putting weight on it, and I'm like, right, okay, it's sore, but I don't think I've done anything too bad. I'm that busy looking at the size of the blackberries up this bush, and they're huge this year. I did it again. I kegged over again on it because I put my foot on a bloody root that was coming out across the path. So yeah, at the moment, so then he's laughing, going, you know, when you're looking at plants, maybe you should stand still, not try and carry walking rubbernecking. So yeah, I've got a very puddingy ankle at the moment. So
I think you probably need an X-ray on that ankle.
God, I'll send you a photo of it later. It's a right pudding.
Is it black?
No, it's not actually. There's a little tiny bit of bruising underneath it, but it's like all puffed up. But what is hurting me are the base of my toes. I did have my walking boots on, but the base of all my toes, they're all black. So I think as I've gone, I must have like moved my toes in a certain way.
Yeah.
But it means I won't have to go out tomorrow or Thursday or Friday going up to the mountains. Because we've only got 39 days to our holiday now. We're on mega countdown. So
I'm so jealous. You guys are going to have a fantastic time.
Oh, can't wait. Cannot wait. But
I don't.
Yeah. Are you going away again this year? Have you decided?
Probably. We were in Spain earlier in the year, but we're gonna go. I don't know where we're gonna go yet. We haven't decided. Well, we're kind of waiting to see what happens with Gav, because I'm going to be taking care of him after he's set free from the hospital and all of that kind of thing. So he's here, but I'm going to be going up to Dublin to once he's free from the hospital, they put him in an apartment that's really close to the hospital for another 2 weeks. So I'm going to be up there helping him out. And then he's going to come down here when he's completely finished with all of that.
You're going to go and stay with your dad as well while you're over there?
Well, I won't be able to because I can't be around anybody, you know, I get any kind of an infection. So no, I won't be able to do that. So I'm kind of even minding myself now. I'm not really going around people, and kind of because I'm going to go up to visit him and all that kind of thing as well. So so we're just kind of planning out what happens after he has the surgery and it goes well. So I'm not thinking about if it doesn't go well. We're just thinking about when it goes well. So he'll be And yeah, so we'll see how long it takes for him to be able to sort of function on his own, if you like. And if it doesn't, if it means that we don't go away at the end of the year, well, then we just don't go away at the end of the year. It's not the end all,
Yeah.
we'll do it again, the early following year, whatever. But yeah, we're just going to see how it is with Gav first, and then we'll kind of take it from there.
Oh, that's good, because I know we're going to get this one out of the way. And did I tell you it was 39 days? Sorry, I did it in work this morning because I had to nip in for something. I'm like, have I told everybody it's only 39 days till I go away? I got like, because half of these kids, you see, so they're having to go at peak time, whereas I don't. So they're all paying like twice what well, maybe not quite twice, but they're paying a lot more just to go away. I'm just seeing what Sheila put there. Hope you didn't. Oh, I hope you didn't stretch your toes. Nothing more ugly than huge fuck off cankles and long toes.
Tree frogs.
Well, to be honest, it's not like a cankle because I've still got my shapely ankle. It's just, your ankle bone on the outside. That is a big pudding. It looks like somebody's inflated that bit. But
Oh,
yeah,
you poor thing. You're always in the wars, woman.
I'm a clumsy. Yeah, but I've got big feet, haven't I? Because he was like, "That's your clown feet getting in the way." I'm not going to tell you.
What size feet have you got?
I can't tell you while I'm live.
No, tell me privately.
But let's just say I'm 5'2", and my nickname is Sideshow Bob.
My brother has barges for feet as well. I mean, he was so funny as a kid. He was constantly falling over his own feet, But
that's me. And the thing is, when I've got walking boots on, because they're not as pliable as trainers or something, I'm all right in. But yeah, I've got these. Do you know what my nanny used to say? There was, and now I don't know again where this came from, if it was an Irish thing or if it was something she picked up over here. She used to say I had feet like slutch boats. Slutch boats.
I don't know if that was an Irish thing.
I got my shoes made at Camel Laird's, because there was a boatyard at Liverpool. So they're not mega big. They're just big for my height. So yeah, I just follows me.
Quite normal. Do you know what? I cannot stand pointy shoes on me. I've got just an average size 5 foot, and yeah, when I put pointy shoes on, I feel like I'm walking in barges. I can't stand them. I feel like they make my feet look 20 times too big for myself.
No, mine is more than my walking boots. What's Salty put? A rolled ankle is sometimes worse than a fractured one. The end by Nurse Ratched. Thank you. Thank you, Nurse Ratched bitch. Yeah, I know. Well, when I fractured my ankle years ago, they had to reset it. Well, it got reset on numerous occasions because my balance was just completely off. And when they finally took it out of plaster, it was 16 weeks. It was replastered. First time. So another 2 times. After the first year, they do an open cast to allow for the swelling. Then they cast it properly. They had to take that one off. They had to recast it again. Then they had to recast it again. So I had 3 permanent casts on it. 16 weeks on crutches. And when they took it out, I was thinking, I'll be all right. It'll come out of the plaster. I'll be fine. It took months, and it was all the torn tendons and ligaments, and the damage I'd done to that ankle. Again, horse riding, what do you do?
Well, I just fell off a wall and I broke my ankle.
Oh, God. Well, see, mine was stuck in a stirrup. The horse took off. I got catapulted, and my foot was stuck in the stirrup. So I was getting dragged like the Wild West show. People all pissing themselves laughing at me. They were all drunk. I'm like, and then when I finally got loose, I stood up, and it hadn't broken at that point. And I just went over on it. I heard it snap. They all heard it snap.
I hate that.
Yeah, I think I've kind of stretched the joint, and it just was. I don't know whether the nurses in the chat will probably know whether it was like hyperextended. I don't know, but yeah, crack.
Oh yeah, I remember the sound and the feeling. You can feel it, but it's horrible. It's just horrible. You feel crack. Hey JC, how you doing?
Hi, Jan. Genetic code, the biggest stalker than Cassius. But have you got normal length of toes?
Yes, that's a very
Toes,
important.
okay. Because I'm not being funny, but she looked like she could pick pockets with those fuckers. You know, everybody thought that what was his name? My left foot, Christy. What was his name? The Irishman.
I can't think of it. Daniel. Oh, the real.
Daniel Day-Lewis painted him, but what was the actual?
Oh,
Christy Summit, wasn't it?
Oh, I can't think of it. It doesn't matter. We'll go on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's it. He could paint with his foot, so yeah, I think she could do all sorts: painting, decorating, shoplifting.
Yeah. Climbing trees upside down.
Yeah. Honestly, those fuckers look longer than my fingers.
Oh God, you've got tiny little hands. You're just a tiny little person.
Apart from
So
feet.
cute. Is that your
my sideshow Bob feet?
And I bet you they're even big. I bet you they aren't. I bet
Oh,
you.
no, you'll laugh. I know yours are like a size 3, 4. I'm going to shock you later on. Because Sheila's got little feet as well, little dainties.
No, I'm a 5, but I could be a 4 or a 5. It depends on the make of shoe, but 4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Oh yeah, of course. It's going to be Roberta's birthday on quiz night, so I hope all you bitches are coming in.
Oh, we will be there. We will be there. Don't you worry. We'll be there. Happy early birthday, Roberta.
Yeah, Wednesday is quiz night and Roberta's birthday night, and it's your daughter's birthday as well, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Pam?
That's a good trick. How did you do that?
What was that?
Having your daughter on your birthday. That's a good trick. How did you do that?
Yeah.
Good timing.
No, yours.
Mine.
Yeah. One of your daughter's birthday on Wednesday.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it is the 13th.
Yeah, not Roberta. That's what I said.
No, I was confused there for a minute. And you know why? Because she's away, and we've kind of.
I know.
Yeah. So so it's not happening. She's not going to be here for it. So in my head, we're doing it when she comes home. So yeah. See, ADHD head flew completely over there. But yeah, so she's going to be having her birthday in China. She's having a fantastic time over there. She's having a brilliant time. Pardon?
Your photographs are amazing. Like Brian said, get her to pick up our Temu orders. Get them quicker.
Yeah, she's like, Mum, do you want anything over here? And I'm like, yes, but you'll need another suitcase. So no. I want to get my flying car. I want to get whatever new tech is out, and maybe a bit of makeup, maybe a bag. I don't know, just stuff. Tech. I love tech. I like new tech, the new stuff that's coming out. But oh my God, have you seen the flying car I posted?
I don't think it's going to take off. Literally, no pun intended. I said that before I realised I wasn't being funny. I just think there were too many cons than pros to it, you know, because okay. So it looks like a drone, right? So if you look about your drone, you can't fly a drone over a certain weight without having a particular license. But if you've got a load of fuckwits, they're bad enough, the people on the roads. Can you imagine elderly people like 17, 80 years old who should have the fucking licenses took off them because they're bog shite blind?
Oh God.
Flying through the sky and going into somebody's building. I think you've got the terrorist angle as well. I mean, we all know about the barriers of peace around every Christmas market, thanks to a certain religion. But can you imagine if one of those crazy bastards got hold of a flying car?
Oh God,
I just don't think, personally, I don't think it's a goer. I think it's more of a pun, a ploy.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably right, but I just want one because I think they're great crack, and I want to fly over the beach. And I don't know why I have this thing where I want to fly over the beach. I want to fly over to the Aran Islands and fly back.
Yeah,
I know, you know me. I have my little dreams, odd as they may be, but they're mine.
Well, he's getting I've been chatting to Brian about it. He's getting a drone, like a good one.
Yeah, he has a good drone though. His pictures are amazing, like the clarity.
Ryan has, but I'm on about Stevie. He's going to get a drone. We're asking Brian's opinion, so he wants to get a drone for our holiday.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Who's this? Agador Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.
Who's Spartacus? What?
Have you read that? Who are we talking about?
Spartacus. She's been a bad mom all her life. Her daughter was pregnant at 15 by a waiter of a certain religion. She told the story on a live. What mother allows that to happen? She's had more since. Oh, wow. Spartacus, oh, how are you? You're welcome in. Wow.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, you know, I won't be talking about her family. The only reason that child was ever brought up was because she brought it up. And obviously she doesn't mind people speaking about it on YouTube because she made YouTube fodder, basically. So that was just my view the other day. And I'm kind of going to stand by that. And that's the end of that.
Yeah.
I am for being angry and the delivery of it and the swearing, but that's it.
Well, the only time I'd made any mention of her children was when she made that post about me that you told, that you brought up on your live. Yeah. And, saying, that she'd tried to imply that I was cheating on my ex. And that day, that's when I said, I'll tell you what I've never done. I've not got 5 kids to a load of different fathers. Yeah. That's something I've never done. So, and that's when I've mentioned him. But again, it's stuff that she's overshared again. So
I know. I mean, sorry, go on ahead.
No, I'm saying she's just zero fucks given. I don't give a shit about anything she's saying. She's a liar. She always has to say, I tell the truth. Here's my I tell the truth. You fucking don't. And every time you call out on your lies, you go running for the hills. You are a liar. You lied about Sheila, you've lied about Wiccan, you've lied about me, and you really did lie about Salty. How fucking dare you, when you know that was the truth. So if somebody can lie when they know what the truth is and they still tell a lie, that makes you a speck, the little white speck on the top of a big dollop of bird shit. The bit that the fly lands on first, that's what you are. Yeah. So, shit. Anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that's just again, never forgive her for that. And I can stop calling her the whale and with her emotional support goblin. That's easy done. I can ask Terry, which might be a bad idea to not speak about her anymore, because if you ask Terry not to, it's just like, hey, game on.
Bollocks to it, because the thing is, you're giving the what do you know what? And it's all right going, oh yeah, we're not talking about you, so you don't talk about us. It's the fucking lies. And when that one keeps saying they're going back to stuff happened in 2022, I'm sorry, no, it fucking didn't. No, it fucking didn't. She called Salty a fucking liar a matter of weeks ago.
Yeah.
She's called me a load of lies a matter of fucking weeks ago. The pair of them, it's not about stuff that happened, it's about lies. They've lied about Sheila saying they lost her a job. They've gone into people's personal lives. They've implied that Dar, who is one of the sweetest men you would ever meet, is a paedophile.
No.
They've accused Cassius and said he's a woman beater. This isn't stuff that's going back to 2022, so who cares? I fucking care.
Yeah, I care.
I fucking care.
If it was 1998, I'd still fucking care, because it's still lies.
So, if the lies stop, if there was some apologies made, but I have said this before and I will say it again, the day that horrible, ugly, toothless gimp lied about me and put that post out where he called me a twat, which he had no fucking right to, as a man, and I've said this again, a woman can call me whatever the fuck they like, but that piece of shit, and my ex was gunning for him.
Yeah, I remember.
And I said, you don't call, you fucking lying sack of shit. I have never said any of this ever. I've never implied any of this. Why would I possibly be claiming that I'm scared because you're stalking me when I used to live 10 minutes away from you? Didn't give a flying fuck then. This is what pissed me off. So I will never forgive that. All the continuing lies that keep coming out, him saying I've been dumped, her saying no, judging people by your own loose morals, so go fuck yourselves. I'll not let that go. And Wickham won't let it go. How she's got constantly attacked when her father and now a friend fighting cancer, and you pieces of crap think it's funny. And Sheila, while she was burying her mum and her dad and then her mum, God rest their souls, going for her, taking her private photographs, hacking accounts. And don't give all of this bullshit about no hacking. We know where it came from. Absolutely. And she does. And you do, because the police visited you on more than one occasion. And you were warned about it. You know, you'd like to. And then posting shit the minute she wants sympathy. It's, oh yeah, to the person who keeps reporting me. Nobody fucking reports you. None of us anyway. If somebody's reported you, it's, I mean, you've got no idea how many people despise you on this forum.
Reporting her for what, Kiss?
I don't know, benefits or something.
Oh,
when Sheila went mad about it, and she was saying, I'm not fucking reported, and she doesn't need to start looking over here. Nobody did. None of us anyway. So if somebody has done it, somebody who don't like it, and you may want to look a little bit closer to home. Same as the person who spilled the guts about your sordid shit that was going on. That was somebody very close to home as well, wasn't it? And it weren't salty.
No, it wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. You know, I mean, that's not who Salty is. She's, you know, if you speak to her as a friend and you're telling her things that are, you know, very private and or disturbing or whatever, it's going to stay there. But after what you done to her, you know, I wouldn't be. I would say to her, whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. If you feel that you want to put those text messages out, put those fucking messages out. You know, hey Brian, but you know, she causes all of this crap on herself, you know, and I'm still pissed off about her saying that she, you know, they want me to like hurt myself and end myself.
You're not important. Do not flatter yourself.
Yeah,
nobody cares. Having said that, if I found out you had, I'd laugh. I'm being honest. I don't give a shit. That's how much of a shit I do not give. If I found out the emotional support goblin was no longer on the planet, I'd laugh. Because of the nastiness that he's done to people for the things he's put people through. He's a piece of shit. They're both pieces of shit. So no, you won't be getting any sympathy from me if you or yours carked it.
Yeah.
So, but Wiccan has never wished death on you. You just made it all about yourself. The same as you'll make this live all about you. And it actually is, because I can't fucking stand you. I think you're a sack of shit, what you've done to my friends, what you've done to me. But I'm a big girl. I don't give a shit about it. But you won't be lying about me anymore, because I know some shit, just as a lot of people know some shit. So there you go. Fuck off. Anyway, sorry, Wix.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Sometimes I'm that astonished that I just sit here and I'm trying to think of what to say or how to put into words how I feel, and I can't, because I'm just like I can't find the words to describe how this whole piece of shit has turned into this nightmare of a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, just constant lies about people, especially people who are your friends, Helen. I mean, come on. That even for you was a low fucking blow to do that to Sophie, and then to do that to me about my friend. You went low, but I went fucking lower.
Yeah, and do you know what else as well? People keep making, oh, they've all forgotten about a suffering family. Oh, I don't give a fuck about that either. I couldn't give a shiny shite. Do not care.
Family? Well, which suffering family is it? Because I know many, many, many suffering families. There's
exactly.
Gaza. Tons of them over in Gaza. There's tons of them actually in Dublin, in Cork, Clare, and I'm sure there's many around your way as well, Kiss, or maybe out from your way, you know.
There is. I know many ex-soldiers who are having to live on the streets. You know, I worry, I bother about them. I know somebody who lost the whole family in a house fire.
Yeah.
Including the children. Horrendous. They deserve my sympathy, not people grubbing with their hands out who are too fucking lazy to raise their own money. I've never come across a more money grubbing set of people So when you get that, oh, they just don't care about a suffering family. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, they've forgotten about a suffering family. Yeah, no, I've not forgotten. I don't give a fuck. Couldn't
I
give a
know.
shit. Nothing to do with me.
No,
Nothing to do with me.
no, not anymore, and it hasn't been for a very long time. Walked away from it all, and that's where it should have ended. But no, yous went on the attack because I decided that I'm like. I'm walking away from this because it's all a load of bullshit and lies, and there's not one person here telling the truth.
Yeah.
Why I
No.
walked.
So, and there you go. And again, like I said, and it wasn't intentional, but I'm not even going to apologise for that. The fact that I set it's the only time I can do my quizzes now are a Wednesday because I'm busy for the rest of the week for a month or more. And Brian Brian's lovely and he doesn't fall out with people. He can say how long it is since I've been promising to do a Wednesday night quiz. Wednesday it is. And then guess what? So Salty reminded me it was Roberta's birthday. And I remembered Roberta's birthday because poor Roberta didn't celebrate her fucking birthday for 4 bastard years because it fell on the same day that family was murdered.
Yeah.
So no doubt someone will go in, oh, I can't believe this. She's yeah, you fall out with me, Brian. I know that. It'll be, oh, yeah. They can't, she set a quiz just to be spiteful. No, I fucking didn't. But guess what? You don't own that date. So my quiz is going ahead on Wednesday. It's Roberta's birthday on Wednesday. We'll be singing to her. And if you don't like that either, guess what? Kiss the south face of my arse. I don't care.
Yeah. And like my daughter, I wouldn't have even spoken about her birthday on that day. I wouldn't have even, do you know what I mean? Like, and that went on for a few years, a couple of years, and but then it was like, what am I doing? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. But like you felt sort of pressured and shamed into it, like,
Agador Spartacus. I'm going to presume that we know you, but under a different name. Agador Spartacus is saying, you read her post, very angry because she knew exactly what she was doing, wishing your friend true healing. What she said was cruel and evil, and only a demon would do that. Yeah.
Very kind of you. Thanks, love. Thanks very much for saying that. Well, it's good that other people are seeing straight through her. I mean, I can see straight through that woman. I can see straight, and she hates it because she knows I can see straight through her. And everybody else on here, I think, can as well. It's no secret. There's no substance there. You know what I mean? There is no substance there. And listen, I'm not saying I'm full of content or this, that, or the other, but I don't have to. How shall I put this? I don't have to fart around with word salad to get my point across, for the want of better explanations. Whereas when you're sitting there reading her posts or listening to anything that she says, I haven't done in a very long time, it's all this dragged out fucking, bullshit,
But you know why? Because it's an underachiever finding a niche on a stupid fucking internet platform. Yeah. And other underachievers who are even lower down on the ladder than she is think that she's somebody to look up to. And the problem is that we know that you're not who you pretend to be. You can, as I said before, reinvent yourself as many times as you want, but you're just reinventing yourself as a different class of cunt.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be any different. At least with Wiccan, you get Wiccan. With Sheila, you get Sheila. With Salty and JC and me and Cassie, you get us. I don't pretend I'm anything that I am. I'm not. I don't pretend anything that I'm not.
No, me.
She does. She does. It's like, first it's going to be, I'll talk about history. Then I'm going to talk about cooking. Then I'm going to talk about Jesus. Then I'm going to talk about Frankie. I'm now going to become a fucking world authority on all matters legal.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'd like to know, what qualifications have you got?
And then you did about the paranormal. Remember you were saying you were going to do a bit on maybe Pendle Hill or something like that. And what happened?
Oh, that stuff. She nicked it off because of the one that I did with Bam, and Bam privated it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean,
I have got a degree in history.
Yeah.
Which is about as much as you're going to know about me on that. But I know my history. I love my history. I don't just talk about it. as another because, like you say, it's jumping about all over the place. What is your actual channel about?
Yeah.
You know what mine's about? I do a bit of the paranormal, bit of the dogmen, which still falls into paranormal. We'll talk about history. We'll have some quizzes.
Yeah. And with me, it's just whatever happens to be on the cards for today. It's just whatever crap is going on or whatever's in the news. It's just, you know, as I say, I am going to be doing more with Gav when he's recovering. So we're saving that for when he's recovering, so he's here and we can work together. So yeah, there will be other fun stuff coming, but at the moment, I don't have. I'm not interested in growing the channel to this big, huge thing. You know, never. It's never been my intention. My intention when I started this was to stand up for myself, because I was getting hammered by these people, and it just wasn't fair. And you know, I was expecting Bam Bam to keep standing up for me or anybody else, and I was like, you know what, Bam? No, I have my own mouth. I'll put my opinion across or what I think about things. And so that's why I started my channel, because, you know, as I say, I have a mouth, I can speak for myself, and I wasn't going to have anybody saying, oh, she's using Bam as an attack dog or this, that, you know what they're like on here. So I was like, nope, if anybody's going to tell somebody to fuck off, I'll tell them. So
Absolutely. What's Cassie saying there?
I
Reddit either, something else.
on Reddit. Oh shit, sorry, where did that go? I was getting notifications on Reddit last night, and all these evil bastards are in there, and it ain't any of us. Well, I can account for a few people. The things that's said in there about SW is, hang on a second, it probably
is nothing to what AD or anyone else I've heard saying.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was about the money, wasn't it? Money, money, money. Let me get the money. Money, 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 money. You know, you can't get money off complete strangers on who haven't got channels, they've not got the revenue coming in. They're just people who are posted on a different forum.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there's a lot on Reddit actually about that family and the parents and their whatever. You know, again, would you take it all seriously because it's just stuff from the internet that you know you've no way of verifying or whatever, and would you really want to even bother going down that road? To be honest, I mean, I'm not involved with them in my life, they're not involved in my life, so I really don't care what they do or they don't do, you know, that way.
I mean, the thing is, you've got and you know, when I do it, I when I say I've done something, I've done it. I'm not talking bullshit. I'm not blowing smoke off anybody's arse. Every single one of those skanks are blocked. Every last one. So they can try and tag me in shit, which I understand from other people that they have in the past. I don't see it. You can't tag me in anything. I don't give a fuck about anything. When Vlad thought she was being funny, trying to send people, what did I do? I just said, yay, cheers, I got some more subs off it. Thanks a lot. Whatever. I don't give a shit. But I know, and I saw, oh God, again, it was posted on, I don't know if it was JC's, on somebody's live, or it was an opinion, you know, where somebody's given an opinion on something, and like reaction video, I can't remember. And she was saying, might have even been Bam, she was saying that she can't stop herself. She knows people don't like her, but she comes onto YouTube and then she goes looking for all the negative shit people have got to say about her.
Oh, wow.
Tell you.
Why would anybody want to do that? There's
I couldn't give a shit. I don't care.
My brother was murdered. They don't talk about that. Are they going to say I'm lying about that? I wonder. Well, I hope they never do. God help them. God help them. Yeah. I mean, Jesus, Salty really has been through the wars, you know, in her real life and sort of on here too. I mean, what this bitch and that goblin is putting her through, which is unforgivable in my eyes. And yeah, I mean, I don't know where this is all going to end, but it's not going to end in a good place. And I would advise you guys to start telling the truth, because the lies that you are making up is just making you out to be clowns, you know, and it's getting nastier and nastier and nastier. You know, I can go toe to toe with any of you any day of the fucking week, and I can go lower than any of you, you know, but don't push me to it.
if you're gonna try and throw shit at people, make sure it can't be thrown back.
Mm.
You know, she made that comment like, I'm sorry, I can only really speak for myself, and it's not a big deal to me. I don't give a shit because it just made me laugh. But she tries to cast aspersions, or she tries to cast shade on my name, that I was cheating on my ex and that I left for somebody else. And I'm like, you're really going to try and put a load of shit out like that when, one, you don't know, two, I don't know where you think you've heard this from, because it's complete fabrication, because not a single person who knew what actually happened would have ever told you anything. But you're that thick, you open your mouth knowing full well that I'm going to fly back at you and call you every hooer under the sun, because I know what you've done.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen the shady, awful message that you'd put onto Twitter, skank.
Oh God, that was just.
It was fucking horrible. I saw what you then did when you got called out on it. The fact that what you tried to accuse that guy of, you know, I've seen what you've accused. You know, all these things like calling, like Salty a fucking liar. You are the liar. You make things up. Whatever somebody else has happened. Like I said, I started calling her 12 a long time ago. If you've been to Tenerife, she's been to 12 If you've been smacked in the face, she's been kicked up the arse. Whatever you've done, she's had it done worse. Is there anything that miserable bitch hasn't had happen to her? Because she's one unfortunate motherfucker.
I know. And all her friends seem to be just as unfortunate. If it wasn't an auntie, it was an uncle or a friend or a fucking hell. I mean, they should be just called a series of unfortunate events, the whole lot of them. Like, you know, their lives are unfortunate.
For all of those who were going, oh, they're not leaving us alone. We aren't mentioning them. No, because I tell you what, bitch, it's going to keep going until those lies are retracted and apologised for. And how dare she? I'll be expecting an apology. You can expect what the fuck you like. You can expect to get slim, and that ain't never going to happen either.
Who said they're expecting an apology?
Fat fuck. While ago, I can't remember what it was. Though. It might have been over the emotional support goblin. I can't remember now, but yeah, she'll be expecting an apology. Oh yeah, it was over Angela. She'll be expecting.
Oh, right.
She's like, well, you can expect all you fucking like, but it won't be happening.
Listen, Angela is coming on, but unfortunately, she hasn't been very well. She's been in now hospital. So we are going to be hearing more from Angela, but unfortunately, she's just not feeling great at the minute. She's getting over an illness today. Yeah. And she will be back on to fill in everybody about what happened. So there you go. So I'm not going to say any more. I'm going to leave the rest for Angela to fill you on. So, but just know she hasn't fallen off the face of the earth. She has been very ill. She's been in now hospital. So I'm just waiting for kind of giving her a bit of grace period, you know what I mean, to feel a bit better. And yeah, bless her. She's been through it as well, you know. God love her. Like,
but you know, but she's not coming on making posts going, oh, woe is me.
No.
Oh, woe is me. Here, I'll cook up some nasty cock cheese in a pan and get everybody feeling sorry for me.
That's disgusting.
Isn't it? I know, fucking up. And I thought it was bad when I did. Do you remember when I tried to do my haggis and I made the peppercorn sauce and I was filming it and I said it just looks like shite in a pan? And I was all laughing, but it did taste really nice. But I was howling laughing.
I know, and you were like, "I promise, it tastes really nice."
I know.
Why
but you know what?
Laughing.
I know. I was howling. But, you know, I'm not trying to put out that some nasty, defective shite is, you know, I'm some culinary genius.
No, I mean...
Do you know what? I always say that the telltale is if you cook something, would you send it to Gordon? You know, because Gordon Ramsay will rate your food.
Oh, yeah.
Does it on YouTube. Go and send it to Gordon and ask him to rate your plate and watch what happens if you've got some... Do you know? It just looks like she scraped it off the inside of a gusset. Horrible.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's one of my most hated words. Gusset and moist. Those two words.
Sorry, everybody.
They are
yeah. So, you know, whatever.
I find that hilarious. He's looking for an apology. I find that hilarious. You'll be getting no apology. You'll be getting no apology. Absolutely not. You'll be getting none.
Yeah, you can get an apology my hole, as you'd say.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
No,
Not a cat in hell's chance. Those apologies will occur when you've given one to Salty and one to everybody you've lied about.
Yeah.
You know, give
Yeah,
Salty an apology for calling her a liar. Give Wiccan an apology for sitting there laughing with that fucking foul, nasty, budgie smuggler about Wiccan's poorly father. You know, have an apology when you've apologised to Sheila for hacking her stuff, for putting her private photos everywhere, and for lying and telling everyone you'd got her sacked. How about that? There's your apology, but you'll never get one from me, because once you've lied about me, you've shot your fucking bolt. End of.
Let me see. Agador says she left the father of sons 2 and 3 and immediately found the only man who ever married her on a singles telephone site. She didn't tell the bio father of her first son that he was the father until he died. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Just the more you hear, the just more you just. I'm just sitting there shaking my head, and you've got the fucking nerve to cast, you know, to try and look at people as though you've got the moral high ground. I've said it before and I've said it again. Absolute scum.
Oh my God, that's horrible. I mean, poor man. Can you imagine being told first that you've got a son and then B, that he's just been killed?
But again, why would you tell people that shit?
Don't know. I'm at a loss for fucking words. Don't know.
It's just not. I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it.
Jesus Christ. I mean, the more I hear, the more I'm like, is this for real? Is this actually for real, or somebody taking the piss? Because that's horrendous to do that to anybody. Horrendous.
Yeah, I have heard that little bit before. I think Bam told me that actually.
Oh Jesus.
You know, when the whole thing came out and we were all getting accused of writing a letter or email or whatever it was, and we were all saying, nobody fucking knew. Who cares? Nobody knew. What the fuck has that got to do with people on YouTube? You oversharing monstrosity.
It's true. I mean, I swear to God, I swear on my family's life, you know, I had no clue. And I know you were the same. Actually, we were all the same. I think Bam, I think you mentioned, may have been the only one who knew of the existence of the child or whatever, or what happened. But like, none of us knew about this kid until this, you know, so-called email showed up. But nobody ever saw the email. So I find that very telling.
I would reckon if anybody did, and I said it at the time, and I'm sticking by it. I think that was self-fabricated. You know, it's like all these things. Now you've given her, you've wished death on her again in your head.
Yeah.
In your head, you mentalist. Yeah. But that was a private joke. But you know, go on, you go ahead. You make stuff up. You make it all about you.
But at nowhere does it even suggest that about anybody. Nowhere, absolutely nowhere. I said, and I really mean it, because I was laughing at the time, thinking of the meme. You know what I mean? And I just thought, how is she getting that from this? It's fucking completely nothing to do with her. No mention of her.
I know. And I was like, it was the same with that thing with that stupid toothless emotional support goblin posted about, you know, oh yes, everything north of Manchester belongs to Kiss My Axe, the paranoid twat. And I was literally sitting there going, what the fuck? Yeah. What the fuck? How those two's minds work, you'll never get inside it because they're both fucking crazy.
I know. I mean, they're both just as bad as each other. They're both fantasists. Spartacus was saying there was no email. I
never thought there was.
Thinking there was none, but you know for a fact there was no email. I'm just wondering if there was an email, she would have shown. Absolutely, that's what we were saying. If she had an email, don't you know it would have been plastered all over.
Well, that's the same as Vlad, isn't it? I now know who's made all the reviews supposed to. Who did it? Show us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I find them, they're so transparent, you know. I mean, because that's what I said. Oh, well, if you know them, name and shame them, because it wasn't us. I think I made a couple of posts about it. you know, if I was you, complain about whatever. And then I was like, A, you're lying, or B, you know what I mean? I went through a whole scenario, and I was like, I know exactly which one I'm thinking you're doing. You've made it up, and now it's you know, it's exploded in your face because I'm asking you to show the proof.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, but like I said, none of us care. None of us care. You can, you know, you it's all for attention. It's all this, yes, well, I know this and I know that, but you never show anything. You never show anything. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I definitely don't.
It's like that dark one. What do I call her now? The basic beige twat. Well, she is
Smuggler.
basic and beige, dark my whole. Basic and beige is what she is. I think she fancies my dad because she's always talking about him. I mean, I know he's a good looking man. I know he is. You know, I mean, God, you wouldn't think he's the age he is, but you wouldn't have a hope in hell, love. So, you know, keep dreaming. I think she does fancy my dad.
I don't even know. She's another one though. It's just that, you know, I've got an image of that one in my head. I have an image of that one in my head, and it just makes me laugh every time because you can tell with the way somebody talks.
Oh, I know.
You know, I reckon she's got one pickle stabber. I don't know whether it be a top rails or a bottom rails, but she's probably got one pickle stabber left that she's got to fit a focus round.
Well, I went a bit further. I thought she may have had 3 left, you know, that she was grinding away.
3 pickle stabbers, go you! What an achievement! You know, they're just nasty people. Just stay away. And you know, we get called nasty, but it's only because not a single one of us will sit back and take your shit, and you get served your arses.
Oh, I know.
Because I may have been brought up properly, but by Christ, I can swear when I want to.
Oh, well, we all can. So what was this? Cassia said, I'd be fucking heartbroken if I didn't know about my child, then finding out he'd passed away. Yeah. I mean, I can't.
That's true. That's a cunt trick, that is.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how that poor man must have felt. I mean, he got his world was pulled out from underneath him in that moment. You know, I feel awful for the man. You know, it must have been a horrible, horrible, horrible experience to go through. Yeah. What genetic only equal to face folks still support that fake phony fraud whose halo is held up devil's horns and can't help himself, much like Vlad with dribbling Frank Jr.'s name out of our big mouth. Oh yeah, I know. I should have highlighted it so I could see it better. Yeah, I know. There is still, you know, the few stooges left, and that's the way I choose to see them. They're like the stooges, you know.
The wanky leggings. But I just wish a lot of them would stop saying they don't care. They've all forgotten about a suffering family. None of them care about we don't. So you can stop talking about it. We don't give
suffering families. But there's too many. There's millions of suffering families. So what ones are we supposed to care about and what ones are we not supposed to?
Exactly. Well, let's just say that family. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. No. You lot stick to supporting them, and we've gone off doing our own things. So it doesn't make people evil. Definitely doesn't make people traitors, because I don't think a single person swore any form of allegiance to people who basically, I would think if they lived in the UK, they'd be living in a council house on a rough estate.
Yeah.
And that's no detriment to people in council houses, because I know many people, good people who do, but they'd be in an absolute shithole of an area, and they'd be a renowned... Do you know when you've got the family that everybody knows? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And it's just, I don't know. You know, the tackiness of certain things, you know, it just, yeah.
Who asks for money? Who asks for money?
I know.
Who asks for money? Nobody does. I have been on the absolute bones of my arse in the past, and I have never, ever asked anybody for a fucking bean.
I know.
I'd die of shame before I asked anybody for money.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much the same. I would die of shame before I'd ask anybody for a helping hand in any way, shape, or form. No, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll just figure it out. You know, that's me.
Crowing about being on benefits and calling it payday. Payday implies you're working.
I mean, that's disturbing. Thinking that, you know, your social welfare, whatever it is that you call it over there, is a payday. It's not payday. That's like your lazy day money. You know, you're sitting on your arse and just doing nothing. You know, I mean, I don't understand. You've no aim in life. You don't ever seem to want to better your own life or your situation or your circumstances. You're quite happy to just take the dribblings off the table of the social welfare and coexist on that. You know,
Yeah.
I just, ugh,
Yeah.
you know.
So, you know, just piss off. And when I see that my friend has just had to apply for PIP, so she had it, but she wants because she's got MS and it's fast progressing now.
Oh,
Uh,
bless. I'm
to the
sorry.
stage that she's now in a wheelchair, and it's gone so quickly. This is the second one. You know, there was a girl I was at school with, and I only found out about this recently. She was a little bit wobbly on her legs when we were leaving sixth form, and
Yeah.
obviously we went off to university and what have you. And I did keep in touch with her for a little while, and then, you know, you get new friends and da da da. And I found out recently that she passed away, and she was 29. She got primary progressive MS.
Oh, shit. Actually, do you know who else has MS? You know, what was you know, Jen, Crafton Crime, or, you know, that channel that Val had a
Oh,
go.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of her name. Or her name is Jen, but I can't think of her channel name. But she has MS, and she has started this new medication. It gets sent to her house, and it's like drip form. And she was saying she started sensation in her legs again. She could feel her feet.
Yeah. It only works on people with certain symptoms of MS.
Okay.
And she wanted it because she heard about someone else who was basically bedridden, and they got on this medication, and it's worked for her. She's up and about.
Okay.
And she's been to it's called the Walton Centre in Liverpool, which is an MS specific place, and she's not. This drug isn't for her, so it's you know, and she's had to apply now for the higher level of PIP,
Okay.
and you want to see the fucking sheet. I wrote a statement for her as well that was gone in with her application, 50 pages.
Oh my God.
Witness, and I'm like, this woman, you can see she can't walk unaided.
Yeah.
She can't get to the toilet unaided. She can't get up the stairs unaided. Her hands will go into spasms and she can't use them. And she has had to apply and basically expose her entire life, contacts, family, and dealings on paper in order for them to just say, you know what, yeah, we know that you are never going to be able to work and you're just going to get progressively worse. So
Yeah.
she's had to do that. And then you've got that lazy fucking slug.
Yeah.
Payday. Oh, I can't even tell you how mad that makes me. And that's the second of my friends. Joe's the same with her little kids. She had to go inside out, just to get. And she's another one with MS. There's quite a lot of my friends who have it.
That's awful. I mean, it's clearly a disability. Clearly, I mean, you don't need medical tests to see the disability with MS patients and sufferers. So Spartacus just said, did you notice that when she talks about her first son's last meal, she doesn't mention her other sons in the story? Where were they? Well, I haven't noticed, to be honest, because I think I only heard it once. Crafted evidence. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, no, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. I would have imagined that she was just speaking about her child and the other kids were there, but yeah, that's a good point. I have no idea. I have no idea. They were probably outside playing, you know.
We always had, there was a weather eye on us in the street, or I mean, I was always in the orchard at the back. We grew up in a farmhouse. I was always upside down out of trees. I was like, do you remember Forrest Gump? And he was showing Jenny how to swing out of trees, and he had his caliper stuck in the branch. I used to be like that. I was like monkey child. I was always falling out and cracking my head. But do you know what? My mother was always in the kitchen, or she'd be in the pantry, but she always knew exactly where we were and what we were up to. And if you were doing something you shouldn't have been, I tell you, she came flying out like a harridan.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing over there? And you'd be like, oh Christ almighty, here she comes.
Yeah, the only time and left me unwatched was if I was out my own back, and it was small, but I mean, I went that young at that age. No, it was out the back. And if I was going around, like literally 2 little doors down, and it was in a little cul-de-sac, if I was going around to call for a friend, she'd come with me. And if I was going sitting outside Vicky's house or whatever, because it was a little quiet cul-de-sac,
Yeah.
Vicky's would be at her door while we were playing. Do you know that way? Like, and she'd be keeping an eye. She'd sit at the door while we'd be outside playing, or else Vicky would come around to mine and Nana would sit at the door and watch us while we were playing. Do you know that way? So there was never just free reign until you got a certain age, like maybe 10, 12. You know, you'd be allowed around in the cul-de-sac, but no further, you know.
Oh, I've done something. Can you still hear me? I've kind of lost you off the screen.
No,
Oh,
I can.
what have
I can
done?
hear you. I can hear you.
Right, I've actually lost StreamYard off my screen. So if I suddenly vanish, I can hear you talking, but I'm like, shit, what's happened?
Oh, well, I can hear you.
Okay, well, I'm still here, but I don't know what the bloody hell is going on. If I suddenly vanish, that's what's...
Okay. Well, I can hear you, babe. You're still live. I was never allowed out on my own at age 7. No, neither was I. Either was I. If it wasn't Nana looking over, you know, keeping an eye on us, it was, you know, one of the neighbours that I was playing with kids in the cul-de-sac. And even then, you weren't allowed to play on the road or anything like that, because cars
God,
could be parking or whatever, like, you know. So it was kind of a T-shaped, our cul-de-sac, so we could play down either end of the T.
Yeah.
So where she knew that, you know, if we wanted to play ball or something, but yeah, nowhere else. Like that was
that
it.
you have just reminded me. That was like, so where our farmhouse was up, like there was a little bit of a wood. It was near the woods, and you had to come down through a lane and blah de blah. And then there was a very quiet lane that ended in a cul-de-sac.
Okay.
That a lot of my friends lived in. And again, we were told you can't go past Mrs. Jones's, and Mrs. Jones's house was halfway down this little lane. That was our point. And I remember I did go further down because my friend lived lower down, and God, my mother knew about it, and I got my ass scalped for that. We had that because traffic didn't go down that top end that we were playing at.
Yeah, same. Well, it couldn't come anywhere near us when we were down the T, if you like. But yeah, I remember it distinctly because I you know, I was a ball girl and I chased after the ball, and even though there was no cars coming, I got a clattering for it.
Yeah. This is it. You knew, but no, I and that's why I said I don't disagree with what you said the other day. I was never allowed to just play out randomly, and definitely not that age of the babies.
Yeah, I know.
I think they're too young.
They are too young. Well, I'd give you, for instance, when I first moved down here, I had somebody babysitting for me while I was in work.
Yeah.
And the other day I realized, okay, no, you're not watching my girls anymore. And one was maybe 6. No, one, and let me see, how old was maybe 4, 5, 6, 7. So I had a 4 and a 7-year-old out. Okay, they were not only were they not in the yard at the front of our house, they were over in the field next to it, jumping on bales of hay. Now, not the small little bales of hay, the bales that weigh a ton, you know, and one of them dislodges and that's it. The show's over. Like, it weighs a ton in weight. And I come in, and of course the girls stopped. They were having the best time ever. And I just did that with my finger, you know, the little crook. Come here. I just threw the look and come here. Went into the house. The babysitter's asleep on the sofa. She told them not to come in and go out and play. And I said, right, you out. That's it. You're not even getting paid today. Get out. No. What, for sleeping? Oh, Jesus Christ, I lost the rag. I absolutely lost the rag. Because you know as well as I know that those bales of hay are lethal. You just don't let your kids play on them. Like, oh, Jackie's gone. Ah, no. But anyway, yeah, it's like nobody allows their kids to play on these bales of hay, you know. Like, they're in plastic, and it's just scary. If you ever seen what one of them do to, like, one of these big Jeeps, you know, one of these really strong farm Jeeps. I was coming up to collect my dog one day from a kennels, and coming down this little road, and one of them fell off onto a brand new big sturdy farm, and like a pickup truck, and the whole front of the engine was completely destroyed, just flattened, gone. So can you imagine if that landed on a child? So yeah, no, absolutely no way were mine allowed play on bales of hay. I was probably very strict. I was a very strict mum, but you know, I saw the dangers and everything where kids don't. They genuinely don't. They're having a bit of fun. They're having a bit of crack with their friends, and yeah, that's why a parent has to be there all the time, keeping an eye, because God love them, they are innocent and they don't see the harm or the damage in doing something. But so that's it. That's my thoughts on all of this. Let me see, Lady Witch, how you doing? Lady Witch, you mean Mr. Self-professed Richie Rich from Norway, but with not a pot to piss in. I know. Val and Co went after her for literally no reason other than to shut her up and try to intimidate her. Yeah, they probably know what she is and were embarrassed. Crafted evidence. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, crafted evidence. She's started. I'm watching her journey. She started a new medication, and I'm so happy for her. It's really helping her out. So I'm hoping it keeps going from strength to strength for her. Let me see. I can hear you. Okay. Richie Rich. I was allowed to go out to the park at 12, but my parents were behind a tree watching on. Yeah, I know. My granny was a bit like that. Like, we go around to the little green. It was a small little park with just flowers and trees and stuff and benches. And we just sit there watching the world go by. We thought we were so cool. We were allowed to go to the green. And yeah, constantly, all of a sudden she needed lots of things in the shop, but would go back and forward, constantly, bless her. My point was she took no accountability. I know. Yeah, it's like, it's a hard one. It's a hard one because I know I would never forgive myself for that. And you can say or think what you want. I'm talking to you about how I would feel if I had not been outside with my child and something like that had happened. Yeah, it would be my fault. It would absolutely have been my fault, or I would have treated it as it been my fault. Has there been a wedding yet? No, there hasn't been a wedding yet. No, there hasn't, and I doubt very much that there will be. I'm just going to drop the link again because I know it kind of disappears. Because on my phone, there doesn't seem to be a way of pinning the link for some reason. I don't know why. If I was her, I'd close down my channel and hang my head in shame. Yeah, but I mean, you can't shame somebody that doesn't have any shame in them. That way. That's that's a mission impossible. She has no shame. But yeah. On a Mara photo, I could be wrong, but the engagement ring looks changed to a signet ring. I don't even know what the original one looked like, to be honest with you. Was that the ring in the photo of the squash? I think that's her engagement. I don't know. I didn't really watch. I didn't really see what it looked like, to be honest. I'm not one for enlarging photographs of people's engagement rings and all that kind of stuff. It was brought to my attention, though. I kind of did laugh at that because it was just again embarrassing, cringeworthy. I said it looked like something that came out of a lucky bag. And you get these lucky bags at the shop when you were a kid. You put 10p into the machine, you twist the knob, and then a bag would come out, and it was, you'd never get the same thing twice. But yeah, it was a lucky bag. Wiccan, there's definitely a mental health issue. Oh yeah, I mean, there is, to be sure, for God's sake. Yeah, absolutely there is. And there has been one, I would imagine, for a very, very, very long time, and I don't think it had anything to do with her child passing. To be honest, I think there was a lot of issues there long before that happened. Roberta, give it to someone else or trade it in for some alcohol. What have I missed? Do you know, I'm not liking this new setup, but I can't really see the chat.
Maybe he's taken it back. Yeah, maybe he has. Maybe he's taken it back, or maybe she's pawned it. God only fucking knows. And who cares, to be honest, because it's not something that I give a damn about. Traded in for some alcohol. I like that one. Oh Lord, that absolutely looks like that came from a gumball machine. Yeah, I know. That's what I say. It looks like something that came out of a fucking lucky bag. That's what we used to call those things over here. You know, you'd never get the same thing twice, so it was a lucky dip or a lucky bag. But yeah, Lord, she had psychiatric, social worker, wasn't she? Okay. She had a psychiatric social worker when she was 17. Right, okay. So I wasn't wrong. Yeah, yeah, the manipulation is quite concerning, that she has that's a huge part of her personality, and compulsive lying and things like that. Like, kids use that, you know, when they grow up in really bad circumstances, and it's just a way for them to avoid punishments and you know, things like that. But normally kids get help for that, and they go through therapy, and they realize it's not the way you should live your life. And you know, there are things like that are explained to them, why you used it at the time. It was your survival method, but you know, you don't need to do that now. You're an adult. So I doubt very much that she's done any of that kind of therapy. Let me see. There are prettier rings on Temu, just saying. There actually are. There are some absolutely gorgeous rings on Temu. You know, if you don't mind a green or a black finger, there absolutely are. Did she find her ex-father in a... Oh, didn't she find her ex-father-in-law dead in the bath? I have no idea. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you anything about any of that. Fuck knows or cares if they ever really were engaged. Nobody cares. Chuff insisted on shoving it down. Yeah, I know, I know. I mean, and I still remember the photograph. It just made me laugh. Or one of them, like, the finger up to her face, and she's like, "Ooh," you know, like, you know, one picture will suffice, you know, your hand with the ring. Okay, that, and you know, nice. I would have said, yeah, that's quite tasteful, and it's nice and whatever. But oh, the posts were just so fucking cringe. I was like, oh, please stop. I'm dying of mortification for you. I really am. I'm just dying of a free. Oh, it was just so cringe. But anyway, that's her taste and how she likes to do things, and that's fine. That's fine. But I couldn't tell you if it's the same ring. I don't know. You know. Well, listen, lovely people. If nobody else wants to come up for a quick chat, I will go and get myself out of here, because I have a few phone calls to make. See how my pal is doing. Spartacus, Roberta, I'm from her part of the world. She's well known in these parts. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, enough said, really. Roberta, she told everyone about herself. She did. She really did. And, you know, I don't know whether that's from, uh, you know, maybe lacking somewhere mentally. I'm trying to be kind about this. Whether she has some type of disability mentally, I don't know, but it certainly seems like she does. Yeah, that's all I'll say there. Safe to say, not known for her positive traits. I would imagine she isn't known for any kind of positive traits. Yeah. Which will happen first? Crowd Justice Fund hits its mark, or the psychopath stalkers get married? Oh, that's a hard one. Oh, and in with Salty. Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know which will happen first. I don't know. Wouldn't like to bet on either one of them, to be honest. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Uh, can I choose neither? Yeah, me too. I want to choose. I'm with Jen. I'm choosing neither. No, that's too hard. Lowered above. Okay, well, listen, folks, I'm going to love you and leave you. That's all. I wanted to initially just apologize about my outburst. But I was apologizing for how I came across because I was very angry and for a lot of the swearing and things like that. And it was unnecessary, but I'm not apologizing for anything that I've said. So just let that be known. Genetic, no positive traits, plus no morals. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, look, I think we all kind of know at this stage. It's kind of sad, really. It is kind of sad, but somebody who's that mentally disturbed needs to be elsewhere. Alpine Stroll will win the Derby before either of those. I absolutely agree with that one. I 100% agree with that one. Okay, lovely people. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will chat to you tomorrow. I'll be back around 1:30, and if you're around, we'll talk to you again. Spartacus, I'll make you a mod as soon as I hop off here. I think I got everybody else modded up. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Kiss, thank you, my darling, for coming up and having the chat. It's always great to have one of you up here. I like to do more of a chat with people than I do on my own. I think it's good. You're bouncing off other people. Spartacus, you shouldn't apologize. You're right to be angry. Thank you so much for that. And again, thank you for everybody sending my pal all the good vibes. It really does make the difference. Okie dokie. I will talk to you tomorrow. Love you lots. Bye.